Carriage Kia in Gainesville and Woodstock has up to $6,000 in rebates right now during the summer sticker event. New 2019 Optima, Sorrento, Sportage, Stinger, and Forte. 66 months, 0% for qualified buyers only at Carriage Kia, Gainesville, and Woodstock.
A domestic dispute turns deadly right here in Gwinnett. We'll have the latest.
A Gwinnett volunteer tradition makes a huge change.
And the pandemic is actually helping one city's development.
It's all coming up on the Gwinnett Daily Post podcast, Week in Review.
It pays to know your doctor. It pays to know your lawyer. And now more than ever, it pays to know your local real estate professional. Hi, I'm Jeffrey Drake with Drake Realty, and we have 7 offices in the metro Atlanta area. I'm the proud leader of over 700 agents here in Georgia, and we pride ourselves in professional service, whether you are the buyer or the seller. Drake Realty makes the home buying process seamless from contract to close. Our agents are a little different. They're not pushing for the quick sale and close. They are pushing for the best price and terms for their client. In other words, Drake Realty fights for you. And right now, with the lowest interest rates we have seen in 30 years, now's the time to buy that dream home, vacation home, or new home your family deserves. A lot of real estate agents talk big. Let my team at Drake Realty prove they will fight for you. I'm Jeffrey Drake, and I'd be honored to have my team serve you. Visit us online at drakerealty.com. And remember, it's not how quick you sell or buy, it's what the deal provides for your future.
Hello and welcome again to the Gwinnett Daily Post podcast Week in Review for August 21st, 2020. I'm your host, Darren Sutherland.
And I'm Amanda Lee.
Every Friday, we look back at the important stories that really matter to you in Gwinnett County. It's hyperlocal information you can only get from a truly local news source like the Gwinnett Daily Post. Please be sure to subscribe and share this podcast with your friends, neighbors, and on social media.
Now here's a look back at the week starting August 16th.
A Gwinnett County teen became the second youngest victim of COVID-19 in the state, according to the Georgia Department of Public Health. The 15-year-old male had no underlying conditions and is one of 4 Georgians under the age of 20 to die from the disease. As of this recording, there have been 295 COVID-19 deaths in Gwinnett County, with 22,196 confirmed cases.
The pandemic may have caused many cancellations this year, but the city of Lawrenceville has seen an unexpected benefit. A major downtown development project is ahead of schedule. The parking deck between Chestnut and Jackson Streets will add almost 400 spaces to the area and should be open around Thanksgiving, according to City Manager Chuck Warbington. The other major downtown project is the Performing Arts Center under construction on Clayton Street, across the street from the Gwinnett County Historic Courthouse.
Earlier this week, we told you about a man who was allegedly stabbed by his wife during a domestic dispute. At the time, police had not released the couple's identity. We have an update on that story. On Tuesday, the woman, Roxanne Woodard Zachary, was arrested and charged with voluntary manslaughter in the death of her husband, Brett Zachary. Coming up, a Decula woman was expecting the bug man, who showed up instead.
And property owners, listen up. Will your taxes be going up this year? You'll find out right after this on the Gwinnett Daily Post podcast, Week in Review. Stay with us.
Jay, when it rains a lot, block walls can develop horizontal cracks. Should the homeowner and or business owner be concerned?
Well, Lewis, the engineering term for that horizontal crack is failure. Now, that doesn't mean the wall's going to fall down tomorrow, but what it does mean is that the wall has to be stabilized.
That's right, Jay. And most block walls with horizontal cracks either leak now or will leak soon.
You can have one of our project coordinators come out and explain the engineered options we have for a permanent solution by giving Engineered Solutions of Georgia a call at 678-ESOG now.
I'm Consumer Investigator Dale Cardwell. I've done the research already, so you don't have to. You can trust Engineered Solutions of Georgia.
Give Engineered Solutions of Georgia a call at 678-ESOG now.
Engineered Solutions of Georgia. We guarantee a stable, dry foundation. Dial 678-ESOG now.
Normally, Gwinnett's Great Day of Service would mean thousands of volunteers spread out across the county working on projects like beautifying schools, building library boxes, and helping seniors. But this 2020 is no normal year. So far, organizers of the annual Community Service Project will be holding supply drives through most of October to help organizations affected by this pandemic. What will they be collecting? The basics like food, cleaning supplies, and personal care items. The Gwinnett Great Day of Service Supply Drive will be held from October 1st to October 22nd in locations such as neighborhoods, schools, businesses, churches, and medical centers. To volunteer or host a collection, visit GwinnettGreatDayOfService.org.
A Gwinnett County bus driver was expecting the bug guy when she opened the door earlier this week. Instead, Michelle Bourdonnais of Decula found out that she had been chosen as this year's Rotary Club of Gwinnett's Hidden Hero Award winner. The award is handed out by the club annually to a bus driver who goes above and beyond to help students and the broader community. Traditionally, the award is given out at a meeting of the county's bus drivers held before the beginning of school each year. Congratulations, Michelle!
County commissioners were able to give property owners a bit of good news this week as they voted to roll back Gwinnett's millage rate to 6.95 mils. What does that mean? It means you won't see an increase in the county government general fund portion on your property tax this year.
And those are 3 good things that happened in Gwinnett County this week. We're coming up on the last official summer grilling holiday. What are the greatest grilling goofs most of us make? Gary Crawford has the story.
And now, once again, for the official last gasp of the summer grilling season, our favorite grilling rap song.
I got the meats. I'm turning up the heat. I'm the Grill Mac Daddy. I'm the daddy of the grill.
Daddy of the grill. Yes, it is inspiring what some dads can do on that grill.
I would not call myself an expert, but I have seen my dad, the expert griller, do a lot of great things.
That's Crystal Okanta. She may not be an expert griller, but she's an expert on food safety when grilling, an expert at keeping people from committing the major grilling goofs that can sometimes make people sick from food poisoning. She passes that information and knowledge on to folks who call the USDA's Meat and Poultry Hotline, the number of which we'll give you shortly, so get ready. So what is the biggest mistake that people make when grilling meat and poultry? I mean, besides blowing up the grill, what's the big goof that many of us make?
Assuming that grill marks and a nice brown exterior means that their meat and poultry are actually fully cooked.
When she says fully cooked, though, she means to a safe internal temperature hot enough to kill any bacteria that might be in or on that raw meat or poultry. And Crystal says you can't just eyeball it, judging the color on the outside of that meat.
At the end of the day, the color tells you nothing about the internal temperature of your food. So it's really important to use a food thermometer, make sure it reaches a safe internal temperature, and not just rely on the outside of your meat looking done. The inside needs to actually be done.
And being done varies with the type of meat. For steaks, roasts, and chops, whether you're talking beef, pork, or lamb, it's 145 degrees. Ground beef, pork, or lamb, we need to get it up to 160. And poultry, any type, ground or otherwise, needs to go up to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So we need that food thermometer. And Crystal says her dad, he's been converted to using a food thermometer, very high tech too.
It has a fancy timer. It goes off really loud when the meat is ready to go, and it can actually be left in the meat while it's on the grills.
Also, Crystal says her dad never commits that second biggest grilling gaffe, and that is cross-contamination. In other words,
you shouldn't let the raw meat and poultry touch anything else that's going to be put directly into your mouth.
So use one set of plates and utensils to hold and cook the raw meat, another set to handle the cooked meat. If you have any other food safety questions, call the Meat and Poultry Hotline, 1-888-674-6854, 1-888-674-6854, or go online to ask.usda.gov, ask.usda.gov.
And our experts are available from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday.
And meanwhile,
the grill is on. I'm grilling strong. Yeah.
That's right. This is Gary Crawford reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
Thank you for joining us for the Gwinnett Daily Post Week in Review, your truly local news source from Gwinnett County, the Gwinnett Daily Post.
Grab a copy of today's paper and visit the GwinnettDailyPost.com for complete details on the stories we've discussed, plus more stories that affect you and the residents of Gwinnett County.
Subscribe to this podcast and share this podcast to get all the latest hyper-local updates instantly on your cell phone. Share your thoughts or questions with us via the comment line at 404-997-8655. We might share your comment on an upcoming episode.
The Gwinnett Daily Post podcast Week in Review is produced by BG Ad Group, Amanda Lee producer, Jacob Sutherland director. Copyright 2020, all rights reserved.
Brought to you by Toccoa Falls College in Toccoa Falls, Georgia. More information on TFC, call 706-886-7299 or visit them online at tfc.edu. That's tfc.edu. Since 1907, TFC, glorifying God through seeking and developing leaders who will impact the world for Jesus Christ.